feeds the triggers there. They're the little red ones there, and I've got other ones, the black one just down there. Oop, there we go, that's the black one. This particular one, this particular trigger not only triggers the skin, but it also triggers the rim, so it's a dual input, so to speak. The others are singular, and so that's what happens there. Coming around to my piccolo toms, and what I have here are my little homemade ones that I've talked about. You see there they are, they're pretty rough and ready. They break and all that sort of stuff, so get your soldering iron out. And but as I said, on the cheap, little bit do it at home, it's always good. And there it is there, so that's what goes on. See, they're my homemade ones there, so they're on the piccolo toms, and I trigger lots of different things from that. Now that all feeds in, you need an interface unit. That's my interface unit there, sorry, on its side, and it's sound 20, which is the F-sharp Phrygian mode. You see, it's got 20 presets, and there it is there. Now see all those leads there? That feeds into my laptop computer that everyone should have, I suppose, these days. And what happens with that is I've got the basic music program on there, and that's what triggers all the sounds that you're listening to. And what I do is I have a little trigger preset sort of thing, so all my favourite sounds I've got in one thing, so I don't have to go searching. So I allocate that, and away it goes. And that's a pretty simple way of doing it. A little transducer that you can get from an electronics store. You can see little tiny minuscule wires that sometimes need repairing, because it is drums after all, so there's a fair whack of impact, so to speak, so the wires do come away. That's the only drawback. So you need to solder them. Notice I've got them numbered so I know where I am when I need to retune them or get a new sound. And what I do is solder them, put them wire through to the interface unit. You can see that these are homemade on the interface unit. You don't have to go out and spend $20 per lead. You just get your basic wires like so. That's what it is there. And I think you can get about 30 meters for $12 or $13, I think it is, depending on the electronics store you go to. Interface unit, as I've said, and then into a laptop computer that there it is, screen back up, and there it is there that everybody has. That's the most expensive thing, of course, but everyone has one, hopefully, for school or whatever. And that's the idea, okay? And there you have it. I hope that gives you a little bit of an insight of what's happening with the show.
And thank you for watching The Drum Show. My name is Chris Quinlan, and if you'd like to contact me, it is drumshow@hotmail.com. The website is thedrumshow.net. Plenty of these clips, almost everything I do is I put nearly everything on YouTube. So go to my website, thedrumshow.net, and then click on the YouTube link and you'll get straight to it. Okay, lots of stuff there for you to learn from, hopefully. See you next week.